For this review, we have the Star Wars Vintage Collection, New Republic, E-Wing, and KE4-N4. This is a ship from Ahsoka, which you can see right here on the box. Big selling feature other than getting the ship is that it came with a droid, a brand new droid. And in case you're not aware, the big whoop about this design is it's kind of an homage to the original vintage Kenner R2. When they sculpted the figure, they sculpted things back in the day to have simple features to get through the manufacturing process, and his eye and little things on the side were basically placeholders for the more detailed sections of his dome. I'll show that off later, but very cool nod. So nice backdrop, which kind of replicates the scene from the first episode. And then we've got another shot down here below. On the top, we have the same shot again and the Ahsoka logo. We see photos of the landing gear, and it shows us that the droid can go into the cockpit, into the droid socket. Then on this side, it shows that the cockpit opens and there's some detail. Another shot of the front, just from a different angle, I guess. And there's a UPC if you want that. And the other side is identical. Almost identical. This side has vintage collection on it. The other one didn't. And it also has the Disney logo. So this side is kind of like modern marketing. And then this side is meant to be straight up. Imagine this is original Kenner. So that's the box. Let's open this guy up and check them out. So you will get an instruction booklet. Basically, it just explains how to put the wings on and the laser cannons. And it demonstrates how to open the cockpit, the landing gear, and there's a special way to get the droid in so that you can have this, fully encased look for him. Then we have the inside of the box, and everything is laid out pretty well. We got the droid there in the middle. We got the laser cannons up at the top here in a little baggie. You got the two wings, and you got the fuselage. That is pretty much it. These pieces on the side are just filler to help hold everything together. All right, so let's go ahead and get this guy all the way out of the package. Okay, here we have everything out of the package, and I'm just going to go ahead and put this together. So this is the front intake. This is the back. The back is all dirty because that's where all the exhaust and stuff is coming out. So that will help you orientate the wings. And there is a piece here that's going to fit into this slot, and then these two pieces here fit into there. And it's a pretty gentle snap. And then we'll do the same thing for this side. And then last, we have the laser cannons. They are keyed, so there's only one way that these can go on. I'll just show you that real quick. So there is no way that you can get this wrong. So that is that side. And that is that side. And they go on pretty easily. And while we're back here, let's go ahead and open the landing gear. I think this is really nice, and this kind of makes me wish for a new X-Wing that worked like this. This is quite fancy. Okay. This guy is going to be too much to probably get on camera for a long period of time, but just going to show him off like this. We've got the sliding cockpit. So very, very cool looking. Lots of nice detail. Some writing printed in various places. Not much weathering. Really, the only weathering is on the exhaust. But there is a lot of paint on this thing. A whole lot of paint. These do not move. They're little bendy pieces of plastic. And then just go over the underside again just to show off all the detail. There's just tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of detail. Okay. So we also have our droid. And yes, I'm going to open him. This more than likely is using a recent R2 body for all this stuff. The head is different. I do like the colors. You've got kind of this off-white, and then up here is kind of like a greenish tint. And then you got the green panels and the orange panels and the silver. This looks really nice. And then you can basically pull this piece off and just place him down in there. There's also storage. Even though you don't have missiles or anything, you could just store stuff there. Maybe you've got some kind of diorama you're working on and you got a bunch of extra pieces and you can just throw them in there. And then by doing that, you got this nice cozy look for him. Because it kind of imply that in a lot of cases, like the droids might come up from the bottom, or maybe in universe these pieces move out the way or something. I don't know, but that's basically the look that they're going for. All right, and then just to do some comparisons of this guy, here is the original Kenner R2. This is the one of the recent retro releases, but you see where they got the whole design. There's a lot of reflection going on here, but I'm trying to do my best to show this off. But this is where they came up with all this weird stuff for this figure. All right, so let's put him back in there. All right, and then we'll show off the cockpit a little bit. So this slides forward. I really like that design. We've got seat, Got some doodads back here. And we got a console, got a joystick. There's plenty of room for feet. And at the time of this video, they only recently announced the pilot that goes with this and made her available for pre-order. So we don't have the proper pilot. But just to go ahead and get something to show this off with, I'm going to put in New Hope Luke. And he's got a lot of room. So that's nice. And last, I'm going to end up doing a poor job of this, but I'm going to show him off with a vintage collection X-Wing. But here they are, and can't get them all into the shot perfectly, but there's similar size to these. The X-Wing is a little bit longer in the fuselage. As we can see, the nose is in view here. The wingspan is similar, but the X-Wing is a little bit wider. But for the most part, this is a pretty substantial ship. So proportions slightly different, but everything else is pretty much on par. So that's our review. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm definitely glad to get this. It's a really cool ship, and it's got the feels of original Star Wars, but also different and new and slightly more modern. And you know, whoever designed this it just checks off all the boxes. So that's always great. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you haven't done so, please like and subscribe, and tune into more videos coming up. Thank you.